Hello and welcome to this video tutorial on using Redhaven Outline. This is the third tutorial on how to export information from Redhaven Outlines into word processors, and in this one I'll demonstrate to you how to export the field information. Let's close this here. In Redhaven Outline there's the outline information and the associated field information. This is the outline, this is the field. And what we'd like to do is make a report that brings in just this field information and it uses the outline information to sequence this, but it doesn't actually print or display the outline information. So I will choose that as my top outline node, hit F4 to get to the reports dialog, and I'm going to create a new report format. And let's save this. I'm going to save it as example 2. Let's call it example 2, and this will be, give it a name. The name will be video tutorial C field export, and I could put in any notes here I want. This is used to demonstrate field exports, and I'll save that. Again, that doesn't change this over here. Now for the global, we will, by default it's nodes and fields, but we want only the fields for this, so we put only the fields. And then we notice that, you can notice that this is disabled, 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 because these deal with the nodes, and we have already disabled the nodes in the global report options. So let's look at the field options. Here are the different fields. For the root node, there's the outline title, there's the outline nodes. We're not going to look at them, but that root node, the very top node, let me show it to you here. This is the root node. It has the outline title and the notes, and these notes are for the whole thing. So this only occurs once in each outline, whereas these occurs multiple times. But you can work with them. Let's look at this though. Title is by default not checked because it really contains the information for the node text, so normally you don't duplicate it over here. Reference is the top field, the next field, the keywords, the summary, and the notes. Here's the summary, here's the notes, keywords, summary, notes. Let's turn off, for example, outline nodes, nothing happens because there isn't one there. Reference, keywords, it's gone. Summary, it's gone. So now we only have the notes. So let's choose that, and we can begin to edit the appearance of the notes field. Hide if the field is empty. That's normal. If the field doesn't have anything in it, we don't want to display it. But if we took that off, you would find down here lots of fields, notes, where it's blank. So we're going to hide it. Blank line above the field gives us some spacing, blank line below the field. It does the same thing. You might think this is redundant, but in a situation where you do have nodes and fields, sometimes these work together very well to do things they can't do otherwise. Show label. This is the label, which says notes, and you can change the name if you wanted to say my notes. There it is. Well, this says should we show it or not. If I say no, it disappears. If I say yes, there it is. And you can also place the value below the label. Here's the label, and the notes begin on the same line. But if it's below, there's the label, the notes begin below. Usually I don't show that. indentation in pixels, you can, right now it's 0, so the notes doesn't have any indentation. Now there is indentation here, but that is actually in the notes field. I put a tab there so that it exists in the field because I added it. But in the report, it doesn't add any more indentation. The value font, now the value is this part, not the label. If we show the label, then we can also change the label font. So let's make a custom label font. Let's make it this. That looks good. Bold 12, and we'll give it a lime. So the labels are there. They're different from the value. Here we can change the value font. So let's make those, let's make it that, regular, but we'll make it even bigger, and we'll give it, actually that's not going to, yes, now, this demonstrates something, that the notes field is a rich edit field, and it contains its own fonts. So this value doesn't work for the notes field. The notes field contains its own font, but if you did summary, the summary would use this. So I'm going to make that something different, and you can notice that the summary is different here. Okay, and those are the basic changes you can do. I'm going to not show the label. What this does become is like the report. This is not an outline format, though it came from an outline. These were each attached to the outline nodes. If I like it, I can open it in a word processor, edit any more if I want, and print it out. If you're going to edit it and change it, you should save as. Save as first demo. And that way, when Redhaven Outline creates a new outline, it will not overwrite this old one. If you already have a document that you want to add this text to, you can copy the text to the clipboard, open your word processor separately, and then paste it in. When you press open word processor, it creates a new document, puts it in there, and move this over here. I'm going to, well, let's just go over to the MLA format. I'll copy that to the clipboard, come back here, and I'm going to let's insert that. Now we have that first document inserted into the second document, and I'm not going to save that. Save the changes? No. Okay, that is how you can save things. One more thing. Reports, you can press F4 to edit the reports, but you can also just immediately open it in a word processor. This is the particular active report. For example, this is MLA, so I'll press this, and all of a sudden we have that MLA open without going to the reports. Here I'm going to change it to the video tutorial field export as the primary report format, and then pressing F5 or this one will open it in that format. So once you get your report exactly the way you want it, you don't have to go back and forth to the reports dialog. You can just call that report form right there. Thank you very much. Hope you are able to use this profitably.